What's up, guys? This will be the third part, but this might be like far into the future at this point. This being recorded now on like the 7th of September, but who knows when I'm going to be able to upload. Who knows when I'm going to be uploading this? I don't know when. But for now, we're going to go ahead and look at some people's poems, like Sayori's. Let's see if the enter button works. Oh, it does work. Oh, nice. So now there won't be any more mouse clicking. The first two parts had like a lot of mouse clicking. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me that you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way! Not even Asuki? Well, I guess Asuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Yeah? Wah! Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're really an expressive person, I guess. I'm supposed to write poems of my own stupid life. But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking! Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is, I can feel more feeling through you than I can through myself. You have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting me into business all like this. I don't know if I understand. Never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Deus. Will you give me your poem? I kinda wanna keep it. Huh? Why? Because... well... the first time you've written something for me. Hey, are you completely misunderstood? I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we get home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pencil pieces she dropped. But being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bent down and picked up the piece of broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit down at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh! Sorry, forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Here we go. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. What? That's a little weird. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It is warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and then I put that bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. See, now that's actually a good rhyme. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. See, now that's actual rhyming. All the other stuff doesn't really make any sense. None of this other stuff rhymes, but this is actually rhyming now. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding with the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelves one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. So all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Yeah. Holy crap. Harry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. Almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm just so used to being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You got pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Terry's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it with no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Oh wait, oops, I'm supposed to be pressing the enter button. My bad. I liked your last one better. Eh? Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still trying to figure this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through all that BS. Ha! Making a reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way of looking at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you found that already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang those chords, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she hurts anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you have to explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone feels like everyone thinks that that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what people like as long as they're not hurting anyone and makes them happy? I think people need to really learn how to respect other people for liking certain things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. What I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying messages is important. I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Next, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Deus? How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of technique worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job of explaining. I really wanted to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my handwriting, it just makes me really happy. You're saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri does not respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem that you wrote today? Yeah, I do. It's with you. raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a wandering human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increases its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the light of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread. Fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto my newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to follow me. You could say that we've gotten quite close to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Each time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows his excitement, a rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. It's, okay. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can sense that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way that it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So, I sometimes enjoy writing poems about them. Huh. That's funny. Huh? Didn't Yasuki write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for being a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about it. That doesn't matter what you're into, as long as you're into not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like that kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, if I hadn't learned myself to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. And finally, Monica. Hi again, Deus. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Deus. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, It always counts when I put some an effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes its simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony, I don't even know how to say that, of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, creating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. That was really creepy. That gave me some goosebumps, I don't know why. Ugh. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing that I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over their own noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what is going on about it though. Sometimes asking what the poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here is Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. I'm just gonna go ahead and save right now. That's a big hint. Out the blue. You never know when you want to change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if anyone can come to the front, sit in the front of the room. This is about the festival. Well, sort of. Do you really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything for good in a few days. We'll just be embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need so much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on the posters, and I have to design some of the pamphlets that we can give out during the events. Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're gonna be performing. Performing? But... Monica? Yeah. We're gonna have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also gonna let anyone else come up and recite a poem too. Sarah's putting up all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sarah, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up these posters already, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuki shakes her head in fear. Guys... No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until a few days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. Guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better. We'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's for those reasons that we are all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to have the same feeling that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes that standing in front of a room for 2 minutes to recite a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Yuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is to help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have an argument left. Ooh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with it. Alrighty. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced around at everyone else's expected faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through the notebook. The specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reciting a poem. Just moments ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is he suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce, confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire that Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Once everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair cheerfully and walks over to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself and like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. That way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made for a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think of much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought and I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Deus liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of your poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems don't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. And I don't quite understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours when that sort of gentle delivery just wouldn't work as well. they might need a little more force behind them depending on when you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's... well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just a little embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Hehehe. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't mind me before we go before Deus. Not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let Deus lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put any energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applaud anyway. Sorry that I'm not as good as anyone else. Don't worry so much about it. I think it's less about your abilities, and more that your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people is way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be a little way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have to worry about too much when the festival comes. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that all you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem that you can get enough practice before the festival, okay? We'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. Probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're already putting all this effort into the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up. Let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. We're working out nicely so far. So I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll be finished planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way we will find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll try my best to get through this. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two. Almost always going home like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Deus. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Squall. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry. I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with the words. So let's just say one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What do we do? Oh jeez. It's the trap. It's the trap, guys. Walking home with Yuri, huh? What is the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That's nothing to do with what I just said. You just admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you have to won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm feeling left awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what's going to happen in that time? Alright, the video recording is pretty long now, so I think we're going to segment this into the third part, and then we'll go into the fourth part. So this will be... I don't know when this is going to get uploaded to YouTube. Right now it's kind of like it's going to be like kind of like a stream exclusive. So eventually it'll become a YouTube thing, but for now we're going to leave it as a stream exclusive, maybe make it sound a little nicer, I don't know. But eventually this will get uploaded to YouTube, I don't know when. So I'll see you guys in part 4 if you are following me this far. Peace.